Welcome back to Making the Madness on YouTube. It is the ACC. It is the ACC preview. We're going to come break it down every single game here in the ACC and give our predictions for what should be a wild ACC tournament.
Yeah, we have the full 15 teams this year after having 14 last year because Georgia Tech, banned from the tournament. But yeah, I mean, we got about halfway through last year, so let's actually get through the ACC tournament this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess we got to start with the first round game on Tuesday. It is Pitt versus Miami. I'll go with Pitt, I guess. I don't. Someone's
Both
got
teams
in
are
this
just a
game.
complete mess. Yeah, both teams are a complete mess. Miami, they're just so injured. Chris Likes is hurt. Matt Cross transferred. You look at a few other. Earl Timberlake's hurt. Harlan Beverly is hurt. Then you look at Pittsburgh. Audius Tony and Xavier Johnson transferred. So both teams are super short-handed. I'm going to go Miami here. Justin Champagny for Pitt is awesome, obviously, and Isaiah Wong is the best scorer on the floor. So I'm going to go with Miami.
Yeah, I would pick against either of these teams, against any team not named Boston College. So, if this were Pitt versus Wake Forest, I would be picking Wake Forest. If it were Miami Wake Forest, I would be picking Wake Forest.
Yeah.
All right, Duke versus Boston College. I'll go with Duke just because, for one, Boston College fired their head coach in the middle of the season. I think that goes a long way to say the program really doesn't care about this game. The reason they're showing up is for money, and that is essentially it. So yeah, give me Duke.
Yeah, I'm going Duke. I mean, Boston College is a complete disaster, and if this season doesn't encapsulate what the last decade for Boston College basketball has been, I don't know what does, because it's just been an utter mess.
Yeah. Notre Dame versus Wake Forest. I think this is the first, of the games where you're like, yeah, that's not a terrible game. I'll go with Notre Dame, but I think Wake Forest they're not a terrible team.
Yeah, they're not a good team either. I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
They're the best of the losers that we have.
That's
first,
true.
Yeah. At least right now. All right. 8-9 matchup. Syracuse against NC State. Loser is for sure out of the NCAA tournament. Winner is probably still out of the tournament, but has a chance to move into the tournament if they beat Virginia. Give me Syracuse. They've got to make it interesting. So, it's Syracuse. They're the team.
Yeah, Syracuse and NC State are both super on fire at this point of the year, but I'm going to go ahead and say that Syracuse wins it.
Yeah. You got to go with whatever result gets Syracuse closest to the bubble. The closest it can get is needing Syracuse to win this game.
Yep.
All right. Clemson versus, I think I picked Pittsburgh. I'll take Clemson. I don't like Clemson, but they're not exactly going against good competition. So give me Clemson to advance.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like Clemson either, but I'm going to take them in this matchup.
All right, that sets us up with Duke versus Louisville. I like Louisville. They swept Duke in the regular season. People always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. I saw some data. I think 71% of teams beat the team the 3rd time in the season. So it's a bit of fake news out there, I guess.
It's a bit of a fallacy, I believe, is what the word would be. I guess, right? That's the word, fallacy.
Something like fallacy. Fake information.
Yeah, I try to sound smart, even though I know I'm not.
Yeah, I like Louisville here, though.
Yeah, I do too. I'm going with the Lou.
Right, North Carolina versus Notre Dame. I like North Carolina here. I just think they're a better team. So give me UNC.
Going UNC also.
All right, that sets us up with Virginia versus Syracuse. I'm gonna go with Syracuse. Make things even more interesting in terms of the Syracuse bubble talk. They're on the outside looking in for now, but a win against Virginia, and they might be in. They still might be out, but uh, I'm all for the Syracuse bubble train.
Yep, I'm with you. I mean, Syracuse is just hot right now, and I think Virginia could be a tough matchup for them. But if Syracuse is hot shooting, I think they could realistically beat anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and go with you and say Syracuse here.
Yeah. Georgia Tech versus Clemson. I like Georgia Tech. Moses Wright ended up winning ACC Player of the Year, which I didn't really see coming, but I guess he earned it. Part of that's just because the ACC is not exactly filled with great players, but good on him on winning.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on the same lines as you here.
Florida State versus Louisville. If there's one team that gives Louisville fits, well, one it's Virginia, but two it's Florida State. They just cannot beat Florida State. They cannot beat Virginia. So give me Florida State to advance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Florida State here too. Obviously, they've looked interesting at times this season, losing some games they really shouldn't lose, like losing to Notre Dame. But I trust the athleticism, and I trust Leonard Hamilton.
Trust Leonard Hamilton. All right, Virginia Tech versus North Carolina. I like North Carolina here. I think the team's kind of peaking at the right time of the season, and I think Caleb Love's playing good. Walker Kessler's had some big time performances, so give me North Carolina here.
Yeah, I like North Carolina just with that big man. I don't even know what the word for four is, but them. I think that they
Quartet.
certainly, quartet. They could certainly beat anybody in this conference, and I think if Caleb Love has a good game, they could certainly win here.
Yeah. All right. That sets us up Syracuse versus Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech here. They're playing just really well. So, yeah, give me Georgia Tech to advance.
Yeah, Georgia Tech has the conference player of the year in Moses Wright and the defensive player of the year in the conference in Jose Alvarado along with Mike Duveau. You won't find a better trio in the conference than that. So I'm going to go Georgia Tech.
That sets us up with Florida State versus North Carolina. And I like North Carolina to pull off the upset. They did so a couple weeks ago. Different change of scenery, but I'm gonna go with North Carolina as well. I think they're playing well and peaking at the right time. So give me North Carolina.
I'm going to go with Florida State here. Obviously, they play, like you said, UNC beat them a few weeks ago, but top to bottom, I trust the guards of Florida State more than I trust the guards of UNC, and that's going to be the reason why I'm going FSU.
That sets us up with Georgia Tech versus, at least for me, North Carolina. For you, Florida State. I said on the podcast I would take Georgia Tech. I'm going to stick by it. Georgia Tech is going to win the ACC tournament. That's my final prediction.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Georgia Tech here. I just like everything that they have. I love Jose Alvarado. Moses Wright won the Conference Player of the Year for a reason, and Mike Duveau is great. So I'm going to go with Georgia Tech here.
Yeah. The ACC tournament, I think it'll be fun because you don't really know who's going to win. Like, I think Florida State's probably the best team in the league, but like Florida State has lost some very questionable games, to say it best. So it's going to be fun to see who ends up winning this. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and it should be a good tournament.
100%.